All right, cool. Last call before launch. I thought last week's was gonna be um the last call before launch, but too bad. I remember last week I told you guys that to look for what was it? It was on Euro USD. And this is where I messed up last week. I wanted this inefficiency fill on the daily, right? Inefficiency fill and rejection, especially because we saw two wick rejections. But when I woke up, this point had literally like it already passed through it. So I was like, you know what, fuck, like it's not gonna happen this week, and that's fine. I broke even twice before getting this one, and that's fine because I didn't pay attention to DXY, right? Whereas the actual inefficiency fill would have been there, right? Inefficiency here, and it filled, and I didn't wait for that. I would price was around here um, when Euro USD topped its inefficiency fill, and that's fine because the bias is still up. I mean, down for DXY. It's still up for EU just because of the simple fact that we from the pair breakdown video that I'm pretty sure most of you have seen. Right, that's what I'm looking at. Like that's what I'm really pushing for, is to see that push up to at least hopefully take out long term, at least highs by the end of the year there. But that's only if the next month or two give us a solid closure, because then that means the next quarter closure will be solid to the upside. Um, but back to DXY, it's like the issue is like if this continues up, like it's really close to taking out this last decade high. So if it comes up even 80% of this retracement here, then we're more than likely going to see this just straight up that take out that previous decade high, right? 2016's high, 2017. Um, so, but I mean, I'm gonna keep going with my bias until I'm proven otherwise. And here's the cool thing. Let's see. So Euro USD, it looks cleaner on DXY, right? But we clearly have a type of distribution schematic, right? And let me show you guys a chart. Hold on. All right. Let me put the chart in the Discord. Let's see. Let's see. Previous Zoom links. Cool, right there. This is what I was looking at, right? I was looking at this schematic that occurred during the 6th of April. Okay, yeah, this was Monday. Yeah, Monday. This happened Monday. And clearly see a potential distribution schematic, and you see the full-on breaker structure there. Breaker structure, and this candle looks like there's something if you zoom in there, and that's what mitigated here. So now it's just a matter of seeing how far this wants to go. And I'm biased down on this as long as we maintain previous structure. And by previous structure, I mean as long as we hold this previous high. And if that previous high breaks, then we're fucked. This is gonna fucking fly. It's no doubt about it. But the cool thing is like tomorrow, New York, we can easily see, right, potential liquidity be taken out and potential SC play out here. And if this SC doesn't play, then we'll rip. All right, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I think Arturo's trying to get on the call. Um, Hopefully he can get in. I accepted him. I think we're good. But anyways, um, it's like you see SC here, and if this SC breaks, then more than likely, if we break this SC, we're probably going to break this previous high. And if that previous high breaks, then rip. That's a rip. Um, but it's cool. I mean, we're gonna know by the end of the week where this is gonna want to go next week. Like, but based off daily closures, right? The reason why that point there interests me so much. Let me just delete everything and point that out. Um, is if that doesn't work, right, and we break previous high, the only other reason why I will even try to hold a buy position on EU is if the inefficiency fill there fulfills. But honestly, if we break that previous structure high, then honestly, we're probably not going to get this downside move. So I would just like to see that mitigation to hold previous structure and then roll over. If not, rip. So that's the cool thing about EU, which is why I hedged the sell up there, just because I wanted to see how this would play out. Because obviously, when you're looking at this already, right, retested previous inefficiency, right, tested previous inefficiency. So now the same thing is what I'm looking for here, because if that swing low breaks, then rip. Because that inefficiency fill is not only on the H4, but it's on daily too. So I'm looking at literally the same thing. It's just liquidity and SC potential. And who knows, however that plays out, but that's either way, that's like a 2 pip stop. So it's like whatever. Yeah, it's like a 3 pip stop. It's whatever. So we'll see. I'm just waiting for that to do the break there. But like as you can see, like DXY did its distribution. We had our Schem 2 here, right? Pre-supply, selling climax. This is a selling climax because seller volume climax. It didn't beat that high again, as you can see. And then automatically after the selling climax, you got your automatic rally. Then the automatic rally was purged, and then the selling climax was purged. That's your ST phase B. And then since we didn't break that again, we just held it. That's your LPS. That's your phase C. And once that basically happened, you see your breaker structure there, and that's what happened. That's your Schem 2. And the cool thing here, right, is how I teach momentum to you guys. You guys know this, right? If let's say our SC is somewhere around there, right? SC is somewhere around there, and the cool thing here is like looking at basically here. Right, that's the duration of the upside move, and this is the duration of the downside move so far. Right, so obviously momentum is to the upside, especially due to how corrective this looks. So if you get the SC play there, then that's like full margin buy for me. If it works, if it gives me that volume that we want, right? Or that SC retest or whatever you want to call it, the small BOS, whatever. But as long as we get something there, like I'm gonna want to risk there. Especially because my entry was pretty shitty. It's like around here. So if we reach down here, then my previous position will break even. But the cool thing here is if we get a rejection from there, anywhere in that area, we have liquidity sitting here, and we have liquidity sitting there. Right? Obviously, previous highs too are also liquidity, but these are equal highs, and then previous high. Not to mention, momentum is obviously looking like it wants to go higher. So it's just a matter of getting that entry in. So it's just really simple. It's just, you guys know this. This is routine for you guys. You guys know this. 1.088. Was it? I have no clue. Was it? Let's check. Okay, yeah, that was. Let me check my other broker though. Let's see. Let's zoom in. Yeah, it was purged. All right, that's fine though, because at the end of the day, the structure is still to the upside to me, especially because, right, previous lower high broke and basically quote unquote retested there. So I mean, bias is still up. Racing Ryukun, maybe. Honestly, to me though, this is more so the SOS completing. right? You can consider this the SOS and the BULPS here, but in thinking of logic perspective, right, this is just potentially the impulse, and then this is potentially your last LPS to then fully complete schematic. But either way, it could be already complete there. But it's just, I mean, I wouldn't want to force it there. I'd rather just apply the logic than try to apply the schematic. So it's just a waiting game. Like I'm gonna wait. This probably honestly it's gonna happen probably London session, New York session, just because I don't see this just tanking during London unless we get it right at open. But right now you don't. There's nothing going on. Yeah, let's see how this is doing. Yeah, so this is interesting. This is a stock I bought. I bought it at 150, what, $1.57 there? Yeah, $1.56. And it's up like 60%. But I'm looking at the potential here. Just right, equal lows equals purge, right? Selling climax and ST phase B. Spring, I'm sorry. And good for us. Like this could be just a liquidity grab, which is why so much volume was present. But up and coming to that spring, there is no real supporting volume. And so now it's just a matter of hopefully seeing that, because that's usually what you see. Oh shit, no, wrong one. Okay, either way. What you see is like a basically flag, right, to incline sellers that this will continue down because technically a break of structure there, and then a continuation flag to downside, and it fails just due to the volume shift. So that's what I'm looking for there. And if that happens, and this is gonna fly, and we get the complete scam, like I'm looking at a massive, return here. Because this used to go for like $500. Yeah, used to go for 500. Who's to say this doesn't accumulate, right? I wouldn't know if it's that expensive, but we can easily take out liquidity there long term. But I mean, that's all I'm seeing right now. I've only been trading EU for like the past 2 weeks and GA, but that GA trade was sloppy. I'm not even gonna go over it. It's not worth it. You guys won't really get anything from it. Let's see. All right, what are the comments saying? Because I mean, I don't really got much for you guys. It's just I've only been trading one pair, and I'm telling you everything there. For the people that are wondering why I bought there too, let's see. Is it there or is it here? If you look left, it was 2 minute. Yeah, it was right here. All right, so we see, right, equal lows there. This purges equal lows, and notice how bullish this reaction was. Look at all that volume that came in. All right, so now my candle of interest is there. Right there. And the 50%, right, it was like a 5 pip stop. Yeah, like a 5 pip stop. Let's see. Yeah, and it tapped it perfectly there. That's why I bought there. I got it pretty late. Yeah, as you can see, that 50% tapped perfectly. That's why I bought it there, for the people that are wondering. And even if that didn't happen, or if you didn't catch that, that gave you a re-entry right here on M4. Re-entry there, and then from there, it never came back. You break even there, it never comes back. Brian, you know I don't move my SL due to pips, bro. Why do you move SL? You know it's not pips, bro. You know better. What industry? I have no fucking clue, bro. I'm be real with you. I literally just looked up top weed stocks to buy, and I looked at it and I liked the setup and I took it. Who here knows when I move my stop loss? Exactly. See, look. So here, if I take my position here, right? This is my position. This is my previous high. Once this previous high, oh shit. Right, previous highs taken. Now my stop loss is at break even. So I don't know how many pips that is. See, that's 30 pips almost. But I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have waited for that. I probably would have done this. Look. So you see here, right? You see the last spike down. This is my level of structure that I'm waiting for. See how this got violently taken out here after this candle here? That's my break-even stop loss. And that is 10 pips. And it came back, right, to obviously mitigate this previous position here. Right, and here's like a cool little tip. Let's see. It was in the 4-minute too. Cool, so you see price comes back, right, to mitigate this candle now. Actually, let me do the fib. Cool, right? So it just depends on what level of structure you're waiting for. Because, like, for example, if I would have waited for like the full-on intraday BOS there to break to then move my stop loss, then this wouldn't have broke me even if I came back here. This is now just a test of your psychology because we know the bias is up and this is potentially phase C. So we're just waiting to see if I'm either going to hit stop loss and make a spring or we're just going to make a schem 2, which did, and that goes up from there. So if you waited for this BOS, then cool. It touched it, but it never broke. As long as it doesn't break, you don't move your stop loss. So you see it never broke here. It came up, but then it came right back down. So your stop loss shouldn't have been moved, right? Unless you do like a M1, like, scalp structure, BOS, right? Which would have been here, higher low, break of structure, then you would have moved your stop loss. But it just varies on how you want to play it. Because even if you broke even here, cool. There's your reentry right there, right? Inefficient pricing there. That's your reentry, right? You see a last bearish pressure here. And the cool thing about this here is that there's no volume present, right? So here, even your stop loss could have been below that previous last candle, which is 3.5 pips. So you just got to adapt, bro. It's all adapting. And then from there, that's like, what, 3 pip stop, 75 pips, that's 25 to 1. If you went up for 100, that's 130. 130 divided by 3.5. Let me do the math. 130 divided by 3.5. That's a 37 to 1. Solid. I don't trade stocks, bro. I buy shares. Trading stocks on margin is very volatile. A lot of risk. Especially if you're doing like options. Yeah, I'm good. Fuck that. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got for today. Now's when you guys can start talking, whatever. How do you buy shares? Robinhood. I have like 100 and something shares of the stock that I bought. So like 200, $300, something like that. Nothing major. But I mean, if it works out, it's gonna be like, if it works out, and we get back to like 500, I'll have like almost 50K, over 50K. I'm sorry. What is my margin on TradingView? What do you mean? You're talking about this? You're talking about that? I think they're the default. No, I'm not going over it again, bro. I put the markups in the previous markups, but I moved that to the Discord, so I don't think you guys have access to it anymore. What do you mean? What do you mean? How do you have your time intervals horizontal? What are you talking about? Oh, these. Oh, you talking about this? You just favorite them, bro. You favorite them. If you favorite them, they'll start stacking up on the side. Yeah, just favorite them.
And how about them shots though?
Nah, we'll do that later. We'll do that later. For
Yeah.
now, we just gotta finish the trade talk. Is trading view pro necessary for all smaller time frames? Yes. Once Black Friday comes, I'm gonna buy the. I'm not gonna buy the one I have now. I'm gonna buy the other one so I can get the second time frame. Because I showed the OG members know that I showed what's it called? I showed second time frame back in like October. It's crazy. People are barely catching on to that. Yeah, at the moment, I'm finding myself getting stuck on lower time frames and getting stuck. Well, just zoom out, bro. Trade H4, H1. You don't need to complicate your life. Yeah, bro. Why wouldn't I mean, obviously I'm not gonna just buy a share of something without like at least technical perspective on it. You don't hold crypto now. Fuck crypto. I don't trade crypto. I don't even touch crypto. It's not worth my time, bro. Not to mention I don't want to have to load up an account on Hugo's or KLT. Nah, yeah, no. I mean, I don't have faith in Bitcoin, bro. I wouldn't want to buy that. I don't have faith in it. Nah, bro. I don't have faith in Bitcoin, bro. I'm sorry. Honestly, bro, there's no reason to have faith in blockchain unless you're like an optimistic ass dude and you're one of those guys that's like, oh, uh, digital money's the future. What's your backup info on that? What's your reasoning? And like, I don't even want to sound ignorant. It's just like, bro, like, look at the facts. Like, look at Bitcoin. It's been bearish for what, 3 years now, almost. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's just there's no reason to be bullish too. If you look at the Bitfinex, the order books, like all the quote unquote liquidity providers are bearish. Yeah, this is sloppy. Like, bro, look, are you serious? You're telling me this is bullish? Let's see. How much of a retracement was this? I think this was like a perfect 618 too. Yeah, see, 618. And the extension isn't done yet, right? 618 here. Break of structure. This is just another retracement. Right, look at impulsive that is. And the thing is that there's volume supporting that downside move. So it's like, bro, like, come on. Barely equilibrium there. Yeah. Yeah, I called that, bro. That high on there. Like when it was here, I said, nah, fuck that. You know, like Bitcoin's not bearish. And then a lot of the people that used to be in our IML team were like, had like shares on it. Yeah, if anything, the transition from even going from like physical money to digital money completely, that's gonna take years, bro. That's not gonna happen next month. So unless you're willing to hold it for like the next couple of decades, then cool. Yeah, and is crypto regulated yet at all?
Wait, what?
Is crypto like regulated at all?
I mean, not yet, but like the IRS, they do have like every conference they have every year, they do have. I mean, they are starting to look into crypto more. So
Yeah, so you see, it's a transition, bro. It's gonna take a long time.
yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you see, so if you're willing to hold that, then cool. But the thing is I'd rather wait because I'd rather get the like look one of the things that's on my whiteboard. I'm gonna read it to you. In my under psychology, only enter when your price hits. That means I'll wait until I see that this is low as fuck and I really want to, actually dump money into it. But it's like, bro, right now, buy at 73.24 after this structure here looks corrective, right? Yes. What happened? Yeah, we can see this, come up to take out previous high, but bro, that's literally, let me see. Bro, what the hell? That's only okay. Well, that's a 40% increase. Okay, that's not bad. You see, but I mean, in order for a 40% increase to be worth it, that you're gonna have to dump a lot of money into it, right? And let's say, what if this takes out previous low and you bought here? A lot of risk involved. It's another 40, 50% almost. It's too much risk, bro. Let's see. Yeah, you see this same thing here. I mean, this did take out the lows like I wanted it to. Yeah, this fetched the lows. And I was really debating on buying some, but yeah, I don't care. It's like it's not an investment I want to personally get myself into yet. Not until we see any type of clarity, because at this point you're just guessing lows, bro. Like looking at this, right? High, low, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Right? Bearish structure is not broken until a lower high significantly breaks. And this could be considered a test. I wouldn't consider that a break. And as you can see, even if this so-called break of bullish structure there, it still took out the lows. So we're going to see in the next couple weeks what happens. But I don't have faith in this at all, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have faith in that. I'm good. Yeah, bro. And I mean, I don't care if it dips lower. I'm gonna buy more. I don't care. It's money I don't give a fuck for. Like I only have like $200-300 in there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just end the call there. I will not end the call, but end the recording. Chilling. It was like what 40 minutes. 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, we're good. I mean, I got my point across.